Around big storms, though, now in southeastern Missouri, central Arkansas, on back into Texas. These are along a cold front, which will come plowing into Alabama tonight. Some heavy thunderstorms showing up on radar already. And this band of thunderstorms may be severe as it comes by later on tonight, probably after dark.
Here today, the weather is so bad, officials at the airport there say planes aren't taking off. You can see some of the 14 inches that fell over the weekend, causing cars to skid all over the roads. Now, Dan, is it that storm up there that's going to get on in here?
System, yes. You know, on daybreak this morning, I said, you know, and I always try to mention it for travelers, if you're flying out of Birmingham, always get up and watch daybreak, because if there's bad weather at an airport, I'll let you know about it. And this morning we said Denver is a mess, and it still is a mess, and it's still snowing in Denver. Last report we had was 11 inches on the ground, and the wind's blowing. It's just a mess. This is a powerful storm, and it's really going to affect us. Just got some late computer data in. We're now looking at temperatures here down into the 20s for at least 2 mornings, and everything turning green.
Hope nobody got too many plants out over the weekend.
Yeah, these you nursery owners have got all these plants out. You're just going to have to haul them all back in, or you're going to lose them. Well, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Right now, at noon, the wind's really starting to gust out there. We've had a gust of 37 miles per hour here atop Red Mountain, and probably get a little worse for the day is done. Partly cloudy, again, 37. Almanac today looks like this, 86 the record high. We won't get there, but we're not too far away now. Everyone in the mid and upper 70s. Muscle Shoals has some clouds. They're down. Things are going to change dramatically. Here's radar. This is the snow. It is beginning to taper off in Denver, by the way, but it's starting to pick up now here in Minnesota and Wisconsin. They'll have several inches before all is said and done. Here's this band of rain and thunderstorms. They just issued a tornado watch for eastern Texas, parts of Louisiana, and southern Arkansas. They're also going to issue another one before long, believe me, right across Louisiana and parts of Mississippi, because this line is slowly creeping on down to the south. Severe weather all the way still back into Texas. This storm's taking its time. Let me put the radar into motion, and you can see where Alabama is. Pretty good heavy rains now coming down, but nothing real severe yet. But conditions are getting more and more ripe for that, especially now in Louisiana and Mississippi. I have a feeling there's a possibility of some damaging tornadoes there before the day or the night is over with. Conditions here not quite that unstable. It may not be quite as bad, but we're definitely in line for some severe weather. There's the line of thunderstorms coming our way. Behind this strong, intense low in central Kansas, it's near Salina, Kansas right now, is these lows wind up. You have a good temperature difference. That's just like throwing gasoline on a low-pressure center. It really goes, and this thing is going to continue to go. As a matter of fact, by tomorrow evening, that low will be up into southern portions of Pennsylvania. These two cold fronts will merge into one strong front, which will by tomorrow night push into central Florida. And here's what's going to happen. You know, for the last couple of weeks, we've had warm air around here pushing the subtropical jet back to the north. The storms have all been in the Rockies. Probably been watching that. Now, watch what happens as we move in to Wednesday. Here comes the cold Arctic air spilling in. That's going to push both these jet streams way down to the south. Then warm air is going to push back up on the east coast. Now, sometimes this happens in the wintertime, and it doesn't last long. It rarely happens this time of the year and lasts for a while. But as we push on into Thursday night and even into Friday, that northwest flow aloft will continue. And what that's going to do is just empty the Arctic of all the cold air and drain it right down into the eastern United States. And latest computer models are saying some of this air is going to be bitter cold. It may go below zero in the Great Lakes, and we'll see temperatures here down into the mid-20s. The high today near 76 degrees at least. We might creep up to 78. You folks in Tuscaloosa, the thunderstorms are likely. Temperatures dropping down into the mid-50s when the rain starts. Those gusty south winds will continue. And then for tomorrow morning, the rain will be slowly ending.
Doppler 6 weather radar showing heavy thunderstorms moving into Alabama. And after the storms, a cold blast that could put an end to some of these spring blossoms. Good evening, I'm Scott Richards.
And I'm Brenda LeDunn. Thanks for joining us tonight. Severe thunderstorms began moving into Alabama just about 2 hours ago. James Spann is in the Doppler 6 Weather Center with the latest. James?
Brenda, we have more counties now under actual warnings in northwest Alabama. First off, you can see the storms extend right through the western third of the state. This is Birmingham, this is I-65, and these continue to strengthen as the air mass continues to become moist and unstable across the state. We'll zoom in to the northwestern part of Alabama and point out that we now have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Winston County. The warning for Winston County in effect until 6 o'clock tonight. It is this thunderstorm that possibly contains large hail. This will track mainly across the northern half of Winston County during the next 15 to 30 minutes. This, by the way, is U.S. Highway 278. If we can move the picture more to the north, you can see other severe thunderstorms farther north. We now have Colbert and Lawrence counties under severe thunderstorm warnings until 5:45 this afternoon. Again, large hail and damaging winds are likely there. So Colbert, Lawrence, and Winston counties are now under severe thunderstorm warnings. We'll show you our Skywatch map. We have a tornado watch in effect for much of north and central Alabama until 9 o'clock tonight. Again, you can see the 3 counties highlighted under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. All of this area with a chance of locally severe thunderstorms on through the night. A detailed look at the severe weather tonight and the very cold weather ahead coming up later in the newscast. Scott?
Thank you, James. We'll check back.
Alabama. Again, you can see the storms now about 50 miles west of Birmingham. We'll zoom in to the northwestern counties of the state. Again, we'll go a little bit more to the north here and show you Winston County here. Winston County is under a severe thunderstorm warning until 6 o'clock. This part of the storm, just north of U.S. Highway 278, is likely producing hail and possibly damaging winds. So Winston County under a severe thunderstorm warning until 6. Lawrence and Colbert counties, these 2 counties, continue under a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 5:45 this afternoon. And any of these storms could become locally severe in the western counties of the state. Now, let's show you the tornado watch area. Much of central come in from the storms west of the state. Now, this is the radar loop since 11 o'clock this morning. Apparently, a tornado touchdown in southern Arkansas near El Dorado about 30 to 45 minutes ago. A number of homes were damaged there. One was destroyed, and trees and power lines are down in El Dorado. And as we talked about just northwest of Muscle Shoals, some damage there about 30 minutes ago from a severe thunderstorm, probably not a tornado. And again, now you can see the severe weather goes all the way back to about Shreveport, Louisiana. So the risk of locally severe thunderstorms will continue on through the late night hours. News in the past 15 minutes, the intensities of the storms in our viewing area have decreased a good bit, and all of the severe thunderstorm warnings have expired. The warning for Winston County was canceled about 10 minutes ago. The warnings earlier for Colbert and Lawrence counties, those were allowed to expire. And right now we have no severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. We still have some pretty respectable thunderstorms to the west and northwest of Birmingham, Field and Muscle Shoals. This bow configuration right here, this bow echo showing up, often represents damaging straight line winds. So those of you in the path of that can expect winds greater than 40 miles per hour of locally severe thunderstorms with hail and possibly damaging winds. It's going to be quite a stormy night. We'll have just east of Tuscumbia, moving towards the Underwood Crossroads area. So again, that's a tornado warning now for Lauderdale and Colbert counties until 11:15. Much more coming up. You can have some very powerful thunderstorms with a pretty good risk of damaging winds, and we say that not to alarm anybody. Northwest Alabama. This happened this afternoon. This is home video of some damage near Jacksonburg in North Lauderdale County. That's up to the north of Florence and Muscle Shoals. Residents there say that winds gusted to nearly 100 miles per hour. A couple of trailers were flipped. There are reports of 4 families there being forced from their homes and 3 homes being destroyed in the storm. Red Cross volunteers are helping the families out right now. Others are helping themselves, moving belongings from their storm-ravaged homes. Some problems to our north and west. Again, right now we have a tornado warning for Lauderdale and Colbert counties in extreme northwest Alabama due to this line of storms. Now, you can see plenty of lightning activity, all of the white marks there. That's cloud-to-ground lightning. But the Huntsville radar is still showing a possible tornado about 10 miles east of Tuscumbia. If you live in eastern Colbert or eastern Lauderdale counties, you might want to go ahead and go to a safe place. So again, that's a tornado warning now for Colbert and Lauderdale counties until 11:15. This is Columbus, Mississippi. That's Tuscaloosa. This is Meridian, and you can see this other line of severe storms that we will have to deal with after midnight tonight. We've seen situations like this before where these storms stay strong all night, and these will likely arrive in the Birmingham area well after midnight, sometime probably between 2 and 6 a.m. And again, based on the strength of the system, we believe we could see some severe weather well after midnight. 28, Oklahoma City, light snow, and 33. Tornado warning has just been replaced by a severe thunderstorm warning for Lauderdale, Lawrence, and Limestone counties. Again, Lauderdale, Lawrence, and Limestone counties under a severe thunderstorm warning until 11:30. Now, the breakfast forecast. After 11 o'clock, I'm James Spann with a live update in the Doppler 6 Weather Center. We'll be with you at least every 15 minutes or so with information either across the bottom of your screen or live radar for the rest of the night, as severe weather is a strong possibility. The main problem continues to be across the Tennessee Valley. Right now, let us stress, we do not have any warnings for any counties in the Channel 6 viewing area, although in the Huntsville area, we have now a tornado warning for Limestone County. Limestone County is the county in which Athens is located. The radar system out of Huntsville showing a possible tornado about 3 miles west of the city of Athens. Now, this was a few moments ago. The possible tornado moving northeast rapidly. These storms are moving at 45 to 50 miles per hour, and the tornado itself would be in this region, the back part of the storm here, actually now northeast of the city of Athens. So again, a tornado warning is in effect for Limestone County, Alabama, up in the Tennessee Valley. That's just adjacent to Madison County and Huntsville, in effect until 12 midnight. A severe thunderstorm warning, by the way, continues in effect for Lawrence County, in effect until 11:30. The warning that was in effect earlier for Lauderdale County has been canceled. So in terms of warnings across the night, a line of strong to severe thunderstorms now running all the way from Nashville through the Athens area in Limestone County. Storms have been back in this region, and almost all of the storms have had a history of producing wind damage or hail for the past couple of hours. Now these storms are moving anywhere from 30 to 50 miles per hour, so the greatest risk for the city of Birmingham would most likely be between, say, midnight and 4 a.m. Under a severe or a tornado warning in effect until midnight, and a severe thunderstorm warning for Lawrence County until 11:30. A major tornado, one of the wide ones, but apparently a small one, did touch down through a narrow part of Muscle Shoals tonight, and also some scatter damage in parts of Limestone County. But again, one confirmed fatality, that in Lauderdale County along Alabama Highway 17, a white male, and of course we don't have the name of that particular victim yet. A couple of showers here pulling out in advance of the line of central Mississippi, primarily hail and strong damaging straight line winds. The upper air winds are very fierce tonight, and the upper air winds are fanning out what we call a diffluent pattern aloft. That tends to pull air up from underneath that, and that often really helps to trigger severe thunderstorms in the late night hours across the south. These will be sweeping through rapidly. This is a very fast-moving line of storms. And again, for those of you in the Birmingham area, we project the greatest risk of severe weather here will be from probably 1 a.m. or so until about 4 o'clock in the morning. So again, that's the current situation. We'll watch the weather carefully. These two counties, you might want to go ahead and go to a safe place. And because we have had a lot of damage reports, if you live in a mobile home, once these storms get close, we encourage you to go ahead and go to a shelter, a designated shelter close to where you live, and go ahead and get out. Now, concerning damage already tonight, again, as we've told you, one confirmed fatality up in the Muscle Shoals area. That happened about 10 o'clock tonight, and apparently a small tornado. If you're familiar with the Shoals area, Woodward Avenue is one of the main avenues there in the Shoals. Most of the damage seems to be centered near there. One gas station was just about destroyed. A number of buildings were heavily damaged, and again, one fatality in a small tornado up in the Shoals area, Muscle Shoals, about 10 o'clock tonight, that up here in northwest Alabama. Now, all of the warnings for the Tennessee Valley, that will be advancing rapidly east into Pickens County. Damaging winds and large hail will be likely with the storm. And these storms in Mississippi have had a history of producing hail and damaging winds. And also of note, while we've got this radar shot up, this is Meridian, Mississippi. Of course, here we are in Birmingham. This thunderstorm near Bay Springs, Mississippi, southwest of Meridian. This storm right now has a possible tornado, and there is a tornado warning in effect for Jasper County, Mississippi. And again, that's where Bay Springs is located, down to the southwest of Meridian. But really, the strongest storm of all in terms of rainfall and hail potential is this one right in here. This is located near West Point, Mississippi, and this will be advancing on into the western part of Alabama. Let's show you the live Doppler 6 radar display for just a moment, if we can do that, and you can see a different perspective of the line. Again, that flashing yellow right there, that will be advancing into Lamar County. These storms advancing into Pickens County, and you can see a tremendous amount of lightning output. All of the white plus signs up on the map here, that's cloud-to-ground lightning over about the past 30 minutes. So we have 3 counties in West Alabama under warnings. We have Pickens County under a severe thunderstorm warning until 1:15, and we have Lamar and Marion counties under severe thunderstorm warnings until 12:40. 12:30 a.m. It's Tuesday, and again, you're watching a taped replay of the Channel 6 News nightcast from last night. Instead of showing you the taped weather segment, we're going to do a live weather segment for you, take some time and give you a complete update on the Alabama severe weather situation. Now, this is the live Doppler 6 radar display, and these are the storms of concern right now. While you look at them, we'll point out the current warnings in effect. As we told you earlier, Pickens County in West Alabama, that's this county located just west of Tuscaloosa. This would be Aliceville and Reform and Gordo. Pickens County is under a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 1:15. We also have severe thunderstorm warnings now for Marion and Lamar counties in effect until 12:45, and you can clearly see why. And of course, much of the area continues under a tornado watch. Now, let's zoom in to the thunderstorm area out of Birmingham. And this is U.S. Highway 278 running through Marion County. Right now from right around Guin in Marion County down into central Lamar County near Sulligent. Potential for severe weather, maybe a few isolated tornadoes for the rest of the night. So again, Marion and Lamar counties under a warning until 12:45. Pickens County under a warning until 1:15. Now, for those of you in the city of Tuscaloosa and Northport, you're watching this carefully. The storm's about 45 minutes to an hour away from you. Fayette County will be affected within the hour. In fact, the warning probably will be required for Fayette County soon. Winston and Walker counties, ultimately Birmingham, will have to deal with these storms within Alabama and east central Mississippi. And you can certainly see some very heavy returns here right on the Alabama-Mississippi line between Sulligent and Columbus, Mississippi. And also one very powerful storm we're continuing to watch southwest of Meridian, Mississippi. In fact, just a couple of moments ago, the Weather Service office in Meridian posted an actual tornado warning for Newton County, Mississippi. This thunderstorm with a possible tornado about 7 miles to the southwest of Newton. This is moving east-northeast, and this could very well affect the Meridian area. And if this continues on its current course, this will wind up in Sumter County, Alabama. So if you live in York or Livingston, you might be aware of that. That's about an hour away from the Alabama state line. And it is located 2 hours west. We have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect now for Marion and Lamar counties in West Alabama. Marion and Lamar counties here until 12:45. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Pickens County in West Alabama. That in effect until 1:15. And it's likely that these warnings will be extended onto the east. The main problem, damaging straight-line winds. And as we pointed out earlier, up in the Muscle Shoals area, one person was killed by a falling tree about 10 o'clock last night because of what could have been a small tornado. Some extensive property damage in the Shoals area, especially on Woodward Avenue last night. One service station was destroyed. Some businesses were heavily damaged. So it's a pretty serious situation. And heavy rainfall is also a problem up in the Shoals area. At midnight, they reported 1.99 inches of rain. The rain is falling heavily, so they should be well over 2 inches now. Tupelo, Mississippi, they'll be approaching 2 inches, and we could see some brief flooding as well. So that's the current situation. We'll be here watching the weather carefully. You'll have storm track.